Imagine waking up one day, years from now, and realizing that every choice you made, every habit you built, has led you to exactly where you are. Will you be grateful, or will you wish you had done things differently? The truth is, your future self is counting on you. The person you become is shaped by the actions you take today. And while life can feel overwhelming with all its responsibilities, the secret to long-term success isn't about grand transformations. It's about small, consistent habits that compound over time. These 3 habits, if embraced with dedication, will not only change your life, but will also make your future self proud. But learning alone isn't enough. The second habit is deliberate action, the ability to take what you learn and apply it. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. How often do we read inspiring books, listen to motivational speakers, or dream about our goals, only to do nothing? The most successful people in the world aren't necessarily the smartest. They're the ones who act on what they know. They execute, they fail, they learn, and they try again. Imagine your future self looking back, not regretting the chances you didn't take, but smiling because you turned knowledge into action. The dream job, the successful business, the healthier lifestyle, all of it starts when you stop overthinking and start doing. Take that course, start that side project, make that phone call. Every action, no matter how small, builds momentum. But learning alone isn't enough. The second habit is deliberate action, the ability to take what you learn and apply it. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. How often do we read inspiring books, listen to motivational speakers, or dream about our goals, only to do nothing? The most successful people in the world aren't necessarily the smartest. They're the ones who act on what they know. They execute, they fail, they learn, and they try again. Imagine your future self looking back, not regretting the chances you didn't take, but smiling because you turned knowledge into action. The dream job, the successful business, the healthier lifestyle, all of it starts when you stop overthinking and start doing. Take that course, start that side project, make that phone call. Every action, no matter how small, builds momentum. The third, and perhaps the most underrated habit, is self-discipline. The ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Success is rarely about motivation. Motivation is fleeting. One day you feel unstoppable. The next, you struggle to get out of bed. But self-discipline, that's the game changer. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's choosing a healthy meal when junk food is tempting. It's staying focused on your work when distractions are everywhere. Your future self will be forever grateful if you master this habit today. Think about it. All successful people, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, have one thing in common. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. So, build routines. Set non-negotiable habits. Make it easier for yourself to succeed by designing an environment that supports your goals. The first habit is intentional learning, a commitment to continuous growth. Every day, the world changes, industries evolve, and knowledge expands. Those who stay still get left behind. But those who commit to learning something new every day are the ones who shape the future. Learning doesn't have to mean sitting in a classroom. It's in the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, the conversations you have, and the experiences you embrace. The key is to stay curious. Imagine your future self brimming with wisdom, confidence, and a wealth of knowledge. That version of you is only possible if you start today. By reading a book instead of scrolling endlessly, by taking an online course instead of binge-watching another show, by asking thought-provoking questions instead of accepting things at face value. Your brain is your most valuable asset. Invest in it. Most people underestimate the power of small daily actions. They think change has to be dramatic, immediate, and life-altering. But the reality? The most successful, fulfilled, and happiest people didn't get there overnight. They got there by showing up day after day, practicing small but significant habits. Imagine planting a tiny seed. At first, nothing seems to happen. But if you water it consistently, give it sunlight, and protect it from harsh conditions, one day it transforms into a strong, towering tree. Your habits work the same way. They start small, almost invisible, but with time, they shape your entire destiny. Let's go deeper into the first habit, intentional learning. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to always be ahead in life? They get the best opportunities, the best jobs, and have the most insightful conversations. It's not luck, it's their mindset. They are lifelong learners. They treat every day as an opportunity to grow. Imagine your future self 5 years from now. If you read just 10 pages of a book every day, that's 3,650 pages in a year. Easily 10, 15 books. That's more than most people read in their lifetime. If you listen to one educational podcast every morning instead of mindless social media scrolling, that's 365 hours of learning a year. Now multiply that by 5 years. The knowledge you gain will give you an edge over 99% of people. These 3 habits, intentional learning, deliberate action, and self-discipline, are not just simple practices. They are the foundation of success. They shape your mindset, influence your decisions, and ultimately define your future. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Your future self is watching, waiting, and hoping that you make the right choices today. Will you? And here's the secret. Learning doesn't always come from books. Some of the greatest lessons in life come from people. Surround yourself with those who challenge your thinking, who have experiences you don't, who have wisdom to share. Ask them questions. Listen more than you speak. You'll be amazed at how much you can learn just by engaging in the right conversations. Your future self will thank you for it. Now, let's talk about deliberate action. This is where most people fail. They consume knowledge but never use it. It's like collecting gym memberships without ever working out. Knowledge alone does nothing for you. Execution does. You can read every book on entrepreneurship, but if you never start a business, you won't make a dime. You can study every workout program, but if you never hit the gym, your body won't change. You can watch hours of motivational videos, but if you don't take action, your life remains the same. What separates dreamers from achievers? Speed of implementation. The most successful people don't wait until they're ready. They don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, or the perfect plan. They take action immediately. If they read about a new strategy, they apply it the same day. If they learn a powerful concept, they test it right away. Waiting kills momentum. The longer you delay action, the more likely you are to never start at all. So, how do you develop a bias for action? Start small. Want to get in shape? Do 5 push-ups right now. Want to improve your finances? Save $1 today. Want to learn a language? Memorize 5 new words right now. When you take action immediately, your brain rewires itself to become an action taker instead of a passive consumer. Momentum builds, and before you know it, action becomes your default state. Now, let's talk about self-discipline, the ultimate life hack. It's the bridge between goals and reality. Without discipline, you will always fall short. Think about it. How many times have you set a goal, felt excited, only to give up after a few days? It's not because you're incapable. It's because motivation fades and discipline wasn't there to carry you forward. Self-discipline is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And just like muscles, it grows through resistance. The discomfort you feel when waking up early, pushing through a workout, or resisting distractions, that's the exact feeling that builds discipline. Most people avoid discomfort, but successful people embrace it. They lean into hard things because they know that growth only happens in discomfort. Think about an Olympic athlete. Do you think they wake up every day excited to train? No. Some days they feel exhausted. Some days they want to quit, but they show up anyway. They train when they don't feel like it. They push through pain, and that's why they win medals. The same principle applies to life. Your ability to stay disciplined, even when you don't feel like it, will separate you from the rest.